Double Bang Gold Gang, man. You see it. I'm back. I'm back in here. And start you off today. Jersey of the day. Yeah, I'm all ninered out right now. Yeah, flip the lid like Sidney Dean. Whoa. But yeah, nah, man, I'm all ninered out. And of course, I got the JRs on, the GOATs. But yeah, I had to do this, man. So all my Niners fans, stop panicking about Nick Bosa. First of all, it's just one player. Our pass rush is not 100% dependent on him. We grabbed this dude from Tampa, Quan Alexander, who is putting in work. He's going to put in work. We got D Ford. We grabbed D Ford, yo, from Kansas City. First round pick, living right up to his expectations and everything. He's dope, man. Dude is amazing. Dude is amazing. Why is there you go? My bad. Yeah, dude is amazing, yo. Puts in work, man. Let's go. But yeah, so our defense, man, it all starts in the trenches. It all starts with the type of pass rush that you get. I don't care how good your defensive backs are. No defensive back, the best corners in the history of the league. You can Deion, whoever, Darryl Green, none of them can cover receivers for 7-8 seconds every single play. It can't happen. But that's what our dudes had to do last year, man, because there was no type of effective pass rush. But that's dead now. That's done. We got DeForest Buckner, who's undoubtedly one of the greatest at his position. 12 sacks last year from the defensive tackle position. That doesn't happen. Most of the time, the double-digit sacks come from guys that are on the edge, man, coming off, whether it's an outside linebacker or a defensive end, depending on whether you run a 3-4 or 4-3. But yeah, so he got those sacks from, playing tackle, man, in the box, in between. So, man, we good. Our defense is about to be lovely. Our DBs are healthy again. Our linebacking core is bananas. Foster's out of there. He pissed me off. He was Alden Smith Jr. for real, for real. Can't stay out of trouble just with stupid things. Listen, this is not the 80s and the 90s, fellas. All of y'all who like to grab up and punch on and, physically touch your girlfriends, wives, or whoever. The NFL does not play that game anymore, man. You saw what happened with Ray Rice. You saw what happened with Ray Rice. When everything came out, when the reports came out, they suspended him for 2 or 3 games. The NFL saw the video. Goodell and all of them saw the video with Ray Rice in the elevator. But the video wasn't made public. So when they suspended him 2 games, it was like there were some people who were outraged. But months later, months down the line, when that video came out, you saw exactly what happened. There were people talking about, yo, I'm never watching this again if you don't do something about it. And again, this ain't the 80s or 90s where on Sundays when football was on back then, women made themselves scarce. They went to another room. They went out to hang with their girlfriends. They went and did something else. But now, because of the way the league has been marketing and everything, where, they're very, very heavy on storylines because they know females love storylines, which is why they watch, soaps and all of that type of stuff. The storylines are a big deal. They implemented those very heavily in football. In October, they got the breast cancer awareness where in this gladiator sport with, the biggest, strongest guys in a violent sport, they putting these brothers in pink every October. They're marketing it for females. So if you go check the statistics now, it's the NFL fan base is 49% female. Females love it. That wasn't the case when I was younger. But so what ends up happening is they end up so a lot of the fans were the female fan bases and everything. They were ticked off when they saw the video, like, he only got 2 games. So Roger Goodell, man, he threw the book at this dude. He ain't played football since. And since then, the league is very clear that they do not play those games. They don't play like that anymore. There's no organization that is willing to lose 50% of its revenue or fan base. So Reuben Foster, man, he messed up. He went through the trial the first time, and it ended up working out in his favor, and the team had his back and everything. And he assured them, nah, I didn't really do it, and just all of this type of stuff. And one of the stipulations of them keeping him and having his back was, all right, well, look, man, this is the deal, though. You have to stop dealing with that girl. You can't deal with her anymore. As long as you're a 49er, you cannot deal with her. So it's just a matter of what's more important to you. If the game is that important to you, you'll abide by the boundaries that we set. But she's no good, because that wasn't her first time doing that. That wasn't her first time doing it to him. She done it to her ex-boyfriend, got him locked up and everything, admittedly, that she lied on him and all of that. So that the team told him, the organization were very, very clear. Look, it's done. So what he did was he was sneaking her in his house, and she moved back in secretly. But the straw that broke the camel's back was we had a bye week, and coming up off the bye, we had the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Tampa. And Ruben was hurt, so he wasn't playing in the game, but he traveled with the team and everything. Ruben meets a girl down there, and everything is cool. But then this dude flies his girlfriend down there. Flies her down there to Tampa from California, or from where she was at the time. Flies her there, brings her to the effing team hotel. Like, how retarded are you? Brings her to the team hotel, yo. So all the other players and all his teammates and coaches were in meetings, because of course we have a game, like it was Saturday night, we had a game the next day, but Ruben wasn't playing, so he didn't go to the meeting, which he should have still gone to the meeting, but he didn't. And he sneaks this girl up into his room while the team is in meetings. So while they're in the room, the girl that he met in Tampa calls like, yo, I'm downstairs, or texts like, yeah, I'm downstairs. The girlfriend, the crazy one that pressed charges on him in the first place, sees it and gets wind of it, and she snaps on him. And then she ends up calling the cops and accusing him of beating her up again. So right after that, man, the team was done. Whether they said, man, whether you are guilty or not, whatever, it's done, because you didn't do what you were supposed to do. You gave us your word and you went back on it. But yeah, so it was just little stupid stuff like that last year. But yeah, so Quan Alexander's definitely, he's a better fit. And like I said, we got Dee Ford. Dee Ford is a savage. He's an animal. Nick Bosa, he's going to grow into something very special in San Francisco. You heard it here first. But so today, I want to talk about Jersey of the Day is done. You see it, man. Of course, it's the official drink, the Vapor Elite. The Vapor Elite. But what I noticed, though, because this is the 100th anniversary of the NFL, they got the 100 on the neck tags now, but they don't sell those drinks, at least not yet. I don't know why, and it ticks me off, man, because I like not only it to be like authentic with the materials and the cut and the team issue, the game issue jerseys, but I like it down to the very last detail. So this year, to commemorate the 100th season, they have the 100 up on the NFL shield on the collar. So, I gotta, contact somebody about that. But whatever. Anyways, man, on to what I want to talk about. Tsunami Surf, man. As promised, this was supposed to come last week, but as y'all know, I ended up getting into some conversations about race relations, and just things like that. And what the problem is, hi, how you doing? The issue is that I have very limited time to take my walks or do my blogs or whatever. I have my hand in so many different things. So there's a specific time allotted where I'm able to, sneak one of these in. So with me covering the other things I was covering, I didn't have time to do all of it. But so yeah, I was supposed to talk about surf, but a lot of different things ended up coming up. Oh, before I get off into that as well, and as usual, man, I'll put a timestamp on it, so when I title it as Sue Surf, y'all know where the actual surf conversation starts. But before I get off into that, there's an individual. This is what I mean. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm a man of integrity, and I can only rock with men of integrity, just because that's how I'm built. I don't understand trolling. I'll never understand trolling for the sake of trolling. I don't know what it is that a grown man or a grown individual pick, because it's bad when females do it too, but it's worse with men. I don't know what could a grown man possibly get out of trolling. What is it? A good feeling? Is it something where it's like, oh yes, he paid attention to me, oh yeah, he heard me, I said something and he responded? Yeah, is it one of those type of deals or what? I genuinely don't get it. Anyway, so last week or a couple weeks ago, I do a jersey of the day, and it's my guy George Kittle, and it was his rookie jersey. Bad jersey too, man. The color rush black joint, super dope. But so I did that, and I stated that in my opinion, he's the best tight end in football right now. That's just with my assessment, with what I know about football. He's the best tight end in football. He has no weaknesses, none. So, and I did say also I could entertain a debate, between him and Travis Kelce. I wouldn't chew anybody out for saying Kelce's better. Kelce is very similar, but Kelce's just bigger. And, Kelce he's nice, man. He's nice with it. But I just believe that George is a bit better. He does the same exact things that Kelce does, but George is a better blocker. I won't say a much better blocker because Kelce can block as well, but George blocks like a lineman, like a straight-up lineman. It's dope. Anything, and he's great at everything. Great hands, great route running, big playability. And he did what he did last season, his second season playing in the NFL, by the way. But he did what he did with 3 different quarterbacks. He had, our starter, Jimmy G, for the first 3 games. But we all know Jimmy went down out for the season after the 3rd game. C.J. Beathard comes in, and C.J.'s the backup. C.J. came in, Kittle did what he did. Beathard gets dinged up a little bit, and he can't start a game, so we start our 3rd string, Nick Mullins, who Nick is now, he's officially the backup because Nick is better than C.J. But, with 3 different quarterbacks, and 2 of them are backup quarterbacks with not much NFL experience at all in games. And we were also in a situation where we didn't have a legitimate number 1 wide receiver. So Marquise Goodwin he's our flash guy. He can stretch the field because he's always the fastest dude on the field. But Keith was hurt a lot last year. He didn't play all the games. So anyways, I said all that to say our offense didn't have many other weapons. Matt Breida, man, that dude is going to be something special. But Breida, he always gets nicked up too. He's one of those guys. He can't be a 3-down back and get through 16 games. He can't carry the load like that. So that's why I think it's going to be so dope when McKinnon gets back, because McKinnon and Breida are basically the same player. So it's just going to be crazy. But anyways, last year Kittle was the guy that all defenses keyed on. They keyed on him, and he played with 3 different quarterbacks, and he still broke the all-time record. So that's what separates him from the other from Travis Kelce to me. One of the things, along with the blocking. But then there was an individual who gave his opinion, and he said, well, Kelce's the best, and then it's Zach Ertz, and then it's George Kittle. So, that's fine because everybody has their opinion. But I just stated why. If anything, I could say it could be between Kittle and Kelce, but Kittle's better than Ertz to me. It's just what it is, and I gave valid reasons why. Reasons that had nothing to do with the fact that he wears red and gold or anything. It's just I broke down skill sets, ability, what he does, what he accomplished, all of that type of stuff. I broke that down. This dude gets butthurt about it, right? Because, come to find out, he's an Eagles fan. So he gets butthurt that I said that Ertz isn't in that conversation. To me, it's definitely out of Kittle and Kelce, and I could argue that. But he gets butthurt. So what he does is, knowing that I'm a 49ers fan, because his emotions got involved, you can always tell when somebody is sensitive or emotional, because what they do is they try to make you feel exactly the way that they felt when whatever you said or did hurt them the way that it hurt them, or annoyed them, or whatever the case was. So when he was butthurt because I didn't put Zach Ertz in the conversation, he felt like going on the offense and trying to make me feel the same way he felt about me saying that Ertz wasn't, among the top 2. He wasn't a top 2 dude. It was out of Kittle and Kelce. So what he did was he comes on a post and he says the 49ers will be 7-9 next season, and he says it definitively. I read it, didn't respond. It's just like, all right, whatever. But one of my other subscribers responded, and when that subscriber responded, he changed it from 7 and 9 to 6 and 10, and said definitively, like, this is what it is. They're trash. They're going to be 7 and 9 at best. Then he said, nah, it's going to be 6 and 10, and he said it definitively. So I don't know this dude, but I've had experiences with him kind of trolling. Junior trolling though, like not heavy trolling, because if it was heavy trolling before that, I would have already known from the rip. But I felt like, okay, is this dude just trolling? Then I remembered, oh, he's the Eagles fan, so oh, he's ticked off about that. So I said to him, well, bro, I don't know who you are, but I definitely don't trust your football expertise, especially when I know how to break the game down myself. You know what I mean? So 7 and 9, 6 and 10, I'm like, yeah, nah, you have no idea what's going on in San Francisco then for you to say that. And that it could have just been left at that. But then he argues and says, no, it's definite. He's definitely going to. So he makes these assertions. So I just told him, look, I'm not a betting man. I don't gamble. But since you're saying this and you're saying it's definitive, put something on it. And I told him, put a stack on it. You said that we're going to be 7 and 9. Then you changed it to 6 and 10. And I was like, as a matter of fact, forget the 6 and 10, because that's definitely out. But you put the money on the 7 and 9, $1,000, put it on that. And again, I don't gamble, but this isn't a gamble. This is me knowing football, and this is very reasonable. So whatever. And then he said, yeah, and what did he say? Oh, and Ertz is going to outplay Kittle too. Said that definitively. So I said, okay. So now that's two things that you asserted. To assert means it's not a claim. It's not just a claim. It's not an opinion. You're saying that this is definite. You're saying this is a fact, and that there's nothing that can be done about it. So I said, okay, I'm going to find out if this dude is just trolling or if he's serious. And I told him to put a stack on that 7 and 9 garbage that you're talking, and put a stack on this Ertz versus Kittle that you're talking. So what does he do? This dude weasels out of it and says, well, how about we just do it this way? How about my team is going to do better than your team? And I'm like, well, that wasn't the original argument. That's not what you said, but you asserted these things definitively. So no, we still haven't gotten past those two. Put your money on those. Don't try to counter or nothing like that. Nah, just stand on what you said. Integrity, man of principle. Stand on what you said, or back down off of it. Or some, you know what? Nah, I was just saying that. Or, I mean, they might be better than 7 and 9 and shit. I don't know. That doesn't make you less of a man to say that. But I guess he has that feeling like, nah, I'm going to stand on it no matter what. So that's my thing. If you're going to stand on it all the way, bro. Don't play with it. Stand on it. If this is part of your expertise and you have the football knowledge, just stand on it. Simple as that. But so then he's like, no, well, $100 on who has the better, $100 on the Eagles will have a better record than your team, he says. So I'm like, you know what? I'll meet you in the middle, bro. We can include that. But also, so right now it's 1,000 on the 7 and 9. It's 1,000 on Ertz is better than Kittle. Will do better than Kittle. Then it's this. You said the Eagles will have a better record than the 49ers. But instead of 100, man, get that out of here. That little pocket crumb. That's like allowance, bro. No, man. Put something on it. Stand on it for real. 1,000. Put a stack on it. So that's what I said to him. So, as far as I knew, he declined that because he didn't want to abide by those terms of what he first said. So I'm minding my business and checked my notifications yesterday. This dude comments on a new video professing to the world, yeah, man, well, football season is here and I'm gonna take his money. Like, I'm gonna take Jersey 9 is gonna owe me $1,000. So you know what that means. So I was like, oh, okay, so I didn't know you accepted the bet. But yeah, so what about the other joints? Don't forget those, bro. It's going to be 3,000. Anywhere from 1 to 3,000, one of us can win. It's just what it is, because we got the 7 and 9, we got the Ertz versus Kittle, and you said the Eagles will have a better record than the 49ers. And he was like, no, I didn't agree to that. Well, yes, you did. That's exactly what you did. And you can't lie to me and try to say, oh, well, no, I didn't see that part. Because if you didn't see that, you wouldn't have said $1,000. Because that was all in the same exact comment. Was forget your little 100 that you're talking about, that you find couch cushions or under the seat in the car or whatever. Forget that. Let's go 1,000 instead of 100. So the fact that he said 1,000 means that he most definitely read the terms. So for him to say that means he agreed to those terms. But yesterday he's trying to weasel out of it. Then he tries to pull the switcheroo. This is something that I'm not going to say I don't understand it, because that would be a lie. But remember what I was saying earlier? When you have the ability, or when you say or do something that gets under somebody's skin, where their emotions get involved, their automatic action or behavior after that is, oh, I'm gonna get him back because I feel like this. I'm gonna make him feel this way. He made me feel this way, so I'm gonna do it back. So that was what the attempt was, and that's all I was saying last night was, and you know that when that's a man's intention, because that's what he was saying yesterday. Oh, because you were upset or you were hurt that I called your team trash, and no, I'm not, bro. And this is what I'm saying. First of all, you don't have access to my emotions, period. Secondly, I'm not emotionally attached to this at all. This is logic for me. It's all logical. Me watching the game and knowing the game and being able to decipher what outcomes are going to be, that's logic, not emotion. I don't speak from the heart on matters like this. I'm speaking from logic. It's just what it is. So that's why I said stand on it. You doubled down when I gave you the opportunity to just be like, man, nah, I mean, they might do better than 7-9. I don't know. I gave you the opportunity to do that. But no, you stood on it and said definitely, then 6-10. So that's what I'm saying, my bro. If you're going to stand on it for real, or else you're showing that you were just trolling. You were just trolling, trying to incite a reaction, like that's what your intention was. But I'm not emotionally attached or involved. So, yeah, man, I'm upset at the fact that what I said about Kittle versus Ertz somehow hurt you. I don't, like, why would that hurt you? I understand you're an Eagles fan, but at the end of the day, it's just what it is, man. It's just what it is. And also, the next reason why what you said can't touch or get to my emotions is because of the fact that I don't know you. I don't know nothing about you. So I don't know where your football expertise is. I can take a guess with some of the things that you've said, but you have no merit with me. I don't care about, like, you said, oh, because you hurt. When I said that y'all were going to be trash, you were hurt. Bro, who are you? Like, and I say this to my fellow 49ers fans a lot of times too when they try to say certain things to me. Y'all got to stop with this Madden rating and fantasy football all-star garbage, man. If you can't watch the game and really break it down, I don't value your opinion. If you're basing certain things on what you see on ESPN, then I don't value your opinion. See, that's the difference. When y'all watch those shows and you see these people talking about football, you take that as gospel. Like, oh, this person, you know, he said Trey Wingo said this, or such and such Stuart Scott said that. That's not what I do. I can watch these games on mute and I can break the games down myself. So I'm going based off of what I see and what I know, not somebody else's word. So if I don't do that with people who actually played the game in the NFL, or people who have been analyzing it for 30 years, why would somebody who I don't know on the internet, why would somebody's opinion, a person like that, why would his opinion affect me? Like, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't. I just told you to man up and stand on what you said. You are trying to find any excuse not to do that. Any excuse not to do that. And the saddest part is you're not even showing integrity with that, because when you're trying to find excuses, make that about you. Come up with your own excuse. Don't try to blame me for something. Oh, well, you're hurt, or you're feeling a type of way, and that's why. Nah, bro. No, I just want you to stand on what you said. It's really just that simple. But yeah, and this is another thing I said too. I said this yesterday and I said it before. At this point, it genuinely doesn't even matter, because let me tell y'all something. I read people. I've been telling y'all that from the beginning. No matter what, the 49ers could have a better record than the Eagles. Kittle can do better than Ertz, and the 49ers can be better than 6-10, 7-9. I'm not seeing a dime from this dude. Do y'all really think I expect him to honor any type of agreement he makes Nah, man. I know people's character, bro. You're not even that type of dude. But I assure you, when I say something like that, you can, man, that's money in the bank, bro. Count that. Count that. If what you said is true and you win, count that, bro. But I definitely don't expect that. You the type, man, you'll make excuses or you'll just disappear or change your YouTube name or whatever the case may be. You're not coming out the pockets, especially not for no 1,000. Bro, you was trying to scrounge up for 100. Do I really think that I'm gonna get $1,000? Even let's say I agree to your terms, that, oh nah, well the bet is just gonna be that the Eagles have a better record than the 49ers. If I win that, you're not gonna pay me. So at this point, it's really just talking. Like I said, I read people. You're not the type that's built like that. You're not built for honor or character or integrity or honesty or anything like that. So, but yeah, man, double bang gold gang. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna cut this one short and I'm gonna come back for the Sue Surf joint, man. I'm gone.